than no late releases.
We're throwing that one up there. Ooh!
Hey guys, on our season premiere episode of NBA 2K TV, your favorite...
All right. You all know why we're here and what we came to do this year. This is only the beginning of a very long season, but Game 1 means just as much as Game 82. Now, we have some new faces here that I really expect to make an impact for us this season. We've already seen flashes of what they can do for us, but I expect all of you to go out there and execute just like we did in camp. Ain't no more excuses. It's time to get serious. If we play our brand of basketball, there's no telling where this team can go. So get out there, get warm, and let's go win this game.
Here we go. My first NBA game. This is something I've been waiting for my entire life. And to be honest, I'm a little bit nervous. But I know this is where I belong. So I just gotta get out there and do what I was born to do. I hope I can make my family proud.
Well, we can finally say it. The NBA regular season is about to get underway. And here at 2K Sports, we couldn't be happier. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg alongside. And our sideline reporter tonight is Doris Burke. And this matchup with the Mavericks, it's the first game of the NBA's regular season. Last season, they had the upper hand in the series, going 3-1 against these guys.
And they were able to take the season series in that matchup last year. But overall, two teams that were very similar in the standing.
Yeah, they were able to make the plays to come out on.
Watch the first official NBA appearance from Chen.
You know, he's a great young player and even a better young man. So personally, I couldn't be happier for him. I know he's thinking about the game, but I hope he's able to take a moment to just enjoy this accomplishment.
Well said, and I hope so too. I mean, as a player, you want to stay even-keeled, but it's almost impossible. I mean, there's just so much that you've gone through to reach this point. It has to be emotional.
Warren the pass to Len, and the layup's good off the glass.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points. And we've seen Dallas just be fantastic since the start of the new millennium. Year in and year out, they seem to always win 50 games. Hit that mark again last season. A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Knight against Harris.
Move the ball. Stick it to the right.
Left side, Knight. Passes it to Len. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two. But what a season for Alex Len last year. Came in looking to find a spot for the team, and he made huge jumps in his game.
And I think it correlated with his minutes going up as well. I mean, played a lot more minutes, and he's a very complete big guy. With the added minutes, the production has gone up as expected.
That free throw good from Len.
You know, you can expect young big men to improve over time, but I didn't think anyone expected Len to jump ahead so fast.
Anderson, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Both free throws good from Len.
And a final remark, guys, on Len. I mean, his defense was the big benefactor. I mean, he was a force in the paint and developed into a really solid rim protector.
And the shot is good. We've got 1:13 left in the first quarter of the game. Freak kicks to Warren. Knight on the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lets it go from 11. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
And that's a nice possession. Did a good job to get that open shot.
Barea dishes to Villanueva. Strained by Villanueva. It's Anderson with the drive. Comes up empty down low.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And that is good.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And, Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
Chen passes to Warren. Freak kicks to Len. Releases. And again, Brandon Knight. Knight's got his second bucket of the night. 8 seconds left to play in the first. Barea with it. And a high-scoring first quarter. Both teams really filling it up. The Mavericks on top, up 3. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. Well, earlier we sat down with Freak and asked him about playing in his first NBA game.
You know, I've thought about this moment my entire life. Now that it's finally here, the feeling's pretty crazy. But I know it's just the beginning. I got a lot of hard work ahead of me to get to where I want to go, to be the best player and the best teammate I could be. But this is an exciting first step, no doubt.
You know, Clark, you don't see that kind of perspective for most rookies, do you?
You really don't, Kevin. I mean, I really like his approach to the game. What remains to be seen, though, is will that translate to consistent production on the court.
And the second quarter getting underway. The Suns with a completely new group on the floor. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Charlie Villanueva's checked in for Pachulia. Chandler Parsons comes in for Anderson. Devin Harris is checked in for Wesley Matthews. And Barea subbed in for Darren Williams. Chen, he's in at point guard. Alex Len out there with Henry Sims. Then there's Warren, and it's Knight in at the 2. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Screened by Villanueva. Parsons attacking. Villanueva with it. Now defended by Warren. Villanueva dishes to Harris, and he converts the layup. And the Mavericks lead by 16.
Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should continue to work the ball down low, Clark. It's really going to free up their outside shooting.
The Phoenix Suns weren't terrible at home by any means last year. They ended up over 500, but, Greg, they weren't quite dominant enough at home to get in the playoffs.
That's a great point. I mean, they finished the year +3 in terms of wins at home. Not bad, but not good enough when you're talking about that Western Conference.
A nice shot by Barea. Barea's got 6 points. 1:33 left in the first half. Freak kicks to Sims. Knight passes to Len. The shot misses.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboard.
They've done a lot of things well today, but really it's about what they've done on the backboard that's at the top of that list.
Charity stripe shot. Len grabs the board.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Parsons outside. There's 53 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Nowitzki, no good. Suns trail by 16. Here's Knight. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play.
One shot.
Guys, he shot a very good percentage today, and they've needed it.
Some changes for Phoenix. John Lure, he's checked in for Henry Sims. And Eric Bledsoe is subbed in for... And so that brings the first half to a close. Mavericks lead by 13. And we'll be back right after this.
And now, okay, everybody, pay attention. We definitely got some stuff to go over from the first half. We're not going to let this game get away from us. First thing I want to see is their shooting percentage coming down. It's going to take more energy from us on D to make that happen. We gave them way too much room to operate in that half. And we've been running a really smart offense. I've loved the shot selection from us. Keep finding those high-quality looks. Okay, in terms of pace, let's keep things moderate next half. Turning this game into a track meet might hurt us more than it will help us. We can get back into this game in a heartbeat. It's only going to take a minute to get on a run and chop that lead down. But I don't want us to wait around. Let's do it fast. And now, your Suns.
Now it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first two quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback.
We've seen Nowitzki playing a good game here. 12 points and 1 steal. He's been their leader, stirring the drink at the offensive end and then anchoring the defense.
And yeah, Clark, what an example he's been setting out there.
And so it's Dallas with new group getting ready for Dallas. Charlie Villanueva's checked in for Pachulia. Anderson comes in for Dirk Nowitzki. Devin Harris is checked in for Wesley Matthews. And Barea subbed in for Williams. On the floor for Dallas, they've got Devin Harris. Anderson is out there with Chandler Parsons. Then there's Charlie Villanueva, and it's Barea in at point guard. And guys, what a spark plug J.J. Barea has been throughout his career. When he comes in the game, you can feel the lift. We saw a couple games against Houston in the playoffs. Saw it back in 2011 in the championship season for the Mavs.
That's a great point. I mean, he has an energizing effect on his teammates, the fans, and the announcers. I mean, he just brings so much spirit and hustle to the games. Very hard not to root for a guy like that.
He's perfect from the line this time.
For me, my favorite memory of Barea, his outstanding postseason in 2011. The Mavericks had to get through the Lakers and the Heat to win their first championship. And Barea broke down those defenses by screaming to the hoop every chance he got. Actually, he squirted to the hoop.
A nice shot by Knight.
The D on him has to be airtight, guys. You got to get into his airspace. And that was far from it.
And here is Harris. Here's Parsons. An easy 2 points on the layup. Parsons got 9 points in the quarter.
And getting back to Barea's contributions against the Lakers back in 11, Barea led a fourth quarter comeback in game 2 to help the Mavs win. Big swing in that series. And then after the game, Kobe Bryant said that Barea kicked our you-know-whats. And ultimately, Barea helped the Mavs go on to win their only championship.
And good coming on the assist from Devin Harris. Barea's got 13.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
Freak dishes to Warren. He feeds it to Lure. At the elbow, it's Freak. The 19-foot shot. No good. Now Dallas takes it the other way.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
And that one's good.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artist.
And a momentous occasion, folks, as that basket represents the very first official NBA scoring tabulation from Chen.
Yeah, and he's playing it cool right now, but let me tell you, I'm sure that basket means the world to him. There's nothing like the first one.
My thought is he's probably just happy to have it out of the way. I mean, no more waiting and wondering when it'll come. Those first points are finally in the rearview mirror.
Clock is at 3, and that one's good. Barea's got 9 points here in the second half.
Boy, I tell you what, he's having one of those days where if he takes it, he makes it.
Here's Chen, and that one's good.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around it.
Barea. The shot is off. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. It's Dallas running away with it. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. The Suns shooting 43% for the game. Chen is in at the point. John Lure's out there with Henry Sims. Then it's Archie Goodwin, and it's Weems in at the small forward. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Now here's Felton. He's covered by Chen.
And guys, more and more, we're seeing the league try to protect the health of the players. I mean, you see the evidence on the court. Over the last 5 years, the league has cut down the number of cameramen along the baselines in half, giving these great athletes a little more runway to land safely.
Now here's Goodwin. He's covered by Matthews. 6 to shoot. There's a screen.
Yeah, clearly he hadn't established a position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
Here's Chen, and that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel.
Well, since halftime, Kevin, they've yet to commit a turnover. That's something they must have addressed at the break.
1 minute now into this fourth quarter. Wesley Matthews on the wing for 3. Rebounded by Weems.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there, and I'm sure he appreciated it.
Here's Goodwin. He dishes it to Weems. It's good from long range.
They're down right now, trying to stay in the game with the 3 ball. They've shot a lot more here in the second half than they did in the first half. And I'm not sure I agree with that strategy.
There's the pick. Outside, Felton to the middle. Here's Mesri. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And something that's been whispered about around the NBA is expansion. We know there are some markets that want desperately to have an NBA team. The NBA might not be at 30 teams for the foreseeable future.
And he makes the first. There are markets in the U.S. that want an NBA team. Seattle, which has been a great NBA friend, has been trying to get a team back since the Sonics left for Oklahoma City.
Clearly, Seattle's the lead name domestically. The NBA has also talked about adding a European division. A lot of different options for expansion. Don't think any will be acted on anytime soon.
Morris with the bucket.
You don't see many tall players with that kind of speed, Kevin.
The Mavericks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Felton kicks to Matthews. On target from 13 feet. The Suns have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. There's the pick. Morris outside. And there's the feed to Goodwin. The three-pointer no good. For Dallas, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Matthews passes to Felton.
And one record that is going to be very hard for any player to ever match is the Iron Man streak. That record's held by AC Green as he played in 1,192 consecutive games. That kind of durability is going to be hard to match in the modern NBA. And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
The dish to Anderson. They set the pick. Outside for Felton. Pass to Anderson. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Now, here's Matthews. Not a lot of room. 4 on the clock. Goes back up, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. And with Iron Man streaks, it isn't just injury that can get you. It's scheduled days off and getting suspended games, too.
Yeah, just for reference, last season DeAndre Jordan was the active leader, played over 300 straight games as a player. He was a leader in the league, but he wasn't even a third of the way to Green's historic mark of consecutive games.
And when you watch Wes Matthews, you see he's just a fantastic perimeter defender, Clark. He can match up well at either the 2 or the 3.
His combination, Kevin, of length and strength and lateral movement make him an outstanding defensive player.
Freak dishes to Sims. Here's Chen. The shot no good. Felton with some nice D. To the right side. Dallas moving the ball around. They set the pick. Offensive rebound Mavericks. He kicks to Villanueva. Pass to Anderson. Outside Felton. Tries again. And it's good on the layup.
And for Matthews, you know, he knows that he's a strong defender. And so last year, his claim was that he was the best two-way shooting guard in the NBA.
Here's Weems. Good on the triple. Weems got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for the Suns.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Mavericks.
Agreed, Steve, and as one-sided as it gets today, you know, Clark, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
You're right, Kevin. It's hard to think of anything that didn't go right for them. I mean, game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was spot on.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And so this victory tonight will give them the front end of what I believe will be a knockdown, drag-out season series, folks. They win the first of what will be 3 this year against the Suns.
I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was for Nowitzki. Every inch of the floor was his tonight as he came out and injected an energy into every play.
Outside, Felton. Kicks it to Matthews. Screened by Villanueva. Matthews into the lane. He got right to the cup using that screen.
Well, guys, they came in here and really took charge from the opening tip. This is such a tough thing to do for a visiting team. This contest was played on their terms.
And, you know, that's not the way it usually works in the NBA. It's going to be a great win, and you know it's going to be a happy plane ride out of here for sure.
And they're on the kind of run that could have made a difference had it just started a little earlier.
Yeah, but I think the only reason they're on this run is because the defense has relaxed a little bit, knowing the game is basically in the bag.
So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
That concludes the first game of the NBA season. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. And as the fans file out of the building, now time to head over to Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith for the postgame show.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hey y'all, Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome back for the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Dirk Nowitzki. He was the engine that drove this team the whole night, and his teammates had no problem harnessing the power of that motor. Kenny, what did you think?
I can't imagine a player having a better night from the field than he had tonight. His shooting percentage was off the charts. He used every trick in the book to get those high percentage shots. He shot from every direction, and there was a little bit of luck here and there, but he was on fire.
And this guy's been doing this his whole career. Man, we're talking about a Hall of Famer here, an icon in the city he brought a championship to. Not forget, one of the greatest shooters in NBA history.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight, but we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.